Without shooting anything, can we make an epic VFX heavy teaser trailer that looks like a real movie? Let's see. Welcome to Film Crux. When Artgrid reached out to us recently, we took it as a challenge to try and make something crazy and new. So we came up with the idea of trying to make a VFX heavy teaser trailer where every single shot is made using Artgrid stock footage. We didn't shoot a single thing. Here's how we did it. First, we needed to come up with the idea. This was the easy part. We hopped on the Artgrid and just browsed their massive library of clips to get inspiration. A few clips stood out by having an epic tone and feel, so we decided to make something around those. We came up with the idea of a strange world where massive monsters and colossi roam, and nomadic warriors battle them to protect the remnants of humanity. We added clips to our cart we thought would best fit this world and aesthetic, and then we downloaded them to start phase 2. We take a specific approach when it comes to making trailers. We always start with the music or soundtrack. If you're using a pre-existing song, this is easy. You just drop it in your timeline and edit it to suit your needs. On the other hand, we typically like to put our tracks for trailers together using individual sound design elements. For this project, we used our Singularity sound design library, as well as some additional specific sound design elements we've collected over the years. Then we started arranging the sounds in our edit until we got the vibe we were looking for. Now that we had an audio layout for the trailer, it was time to start working on the best part, the monsters. We wanted a variety of creatures that gave this world both a feeling of awe and terror. We used a combination of 3D models we animated ourselves in Element 3D and CG stock footage clips. For 3D models, our go-to is CGTrader. We look for models in .obj format so they'd be compatible with Element 3D inside After Effects, and we were off to the races. To help with compositing, we used effects from Video Copilot's Action Essentials 2, as well as clips from one of our favorite companies, ActionVFX. Some of the compositing tricks we used were just turning down the opacity of things in a clear sky if they were meant to be in the distance, distorting and keyframe animating stationary 3D models to create movement, and tons of color correction and grading to composite things as seamlessly as possible into the shots. Then we started dropping the finished VFX shots into the timeline before moving on to step 4. We already created the entire bass track using sound design elements, so the next step was to add in the foley and bits of narration. For foley, we used our foley and diegetic sound library IMMERSION. This is how we created the wind and environmental effects and ambiance. For the few pieces of narration, we had clips we wanted to use of a woman who looked like some sort of goddess or priestess who was speaking. For the narration, we went to Splice and just searched for clips of a woman speaking that matched the tone and vibe we were going for. Dropped those in and aligned them with the clips so they fit with the rest of the trailer. Lastly, we added the finishing touches. We color graded everything in Premiere Pro. We created end titles using Video Copilot's Element 3D inside After Effects, and we added any final effects and hit export. And here's what came out. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We make cool stuff like this all the time, plus free stuff for filmmakers to help you make better films. And if you love the stock footage we use for all the bass clips, you're definitely going to want to get Artgrid. If you use the link in the description to sign up, you'll get 2 extra free months of Artgrid with your subscription. We use their stuff all the time in our projects, as you can see, and they have a massive library of amazing, completely curated clips, so everything on there looks great and you don't have to spend too much time searching for shots for your next project. I'm Lionel Ton, this is Film Crux, see you next time.